Okay, I was out with the Wilderness Committee doing some trail clearing in a protected part of the West Coast Forest.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was a really lovely time. And drove through Cathedral Grove on my way, which is a small area of land that has some protected old growth. And when I talk about old growth, I'm not talking about the trees way up in the Alpine that are this big. I'm talking about like these 800, 600-year-old, like these trees that are the size of this cabin. And I can't, I'm just so, like the emotion just bubbles up in me. I'm sad that it's such a small area of land, considering if we could walk through a door in time right here, we would be in the middle of an old growth forest.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
And then I go into this place in my mind, like, I don't understand the consciousness of a person who wants to cut that tree down. I just don't get it. I'm like, 800 years it took to get there. And in our lifetime, it's not going to grow. We'll never plant something to grow back to that. And I just innately feel value in like 800 years. Like that tree has witnessed 800 years of
Yeah.
this planet,
Yeah.
right? Excuse me. And so it set me into this, like, what's it for? Like, why would somebody do that? And what is going through their mind that would bring them, like, I'm asking, like, gosh, what's it for? Like, I want to be in that. But you took it away.
Right.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, totally. I walked through recently a private museum that had like taxidermied all sorts of animals. So like private museum of a hunter, but also a conservationist, and also and there's lots of different ways that the animals came about, but it was like, literally think of an animal right now. Just think of an animal that you know has existed or exists on this planet. Give me one.
My horse.
Well,
a wild animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiger.
Yeah. Every animal was there. Every animal. In its full size. Once was walking on the
size.
In its full size, taxidermied, like stuffed and preserved, and there. But like, it was a creature at some point. And like the crazy thing about this, so not a super easy place for me to be anyway, but being an animal lover, but I was fascinated, and it was really interesting. It was really educational. Like a lot of people thought it was really cool, which is great. But I was thinking about how, because this is like a lifetime of animals, like for this person, that some of them are endangered now, and some of them don't exist anymore. Actually, and like in the wild, they're no longer a species. Like we've wiped out many species.
Crazy.
In a short period of time of humanity. In the last 100 years, we've lost numerous species. So it reminds me of that too, because I'm like looking at some of these beautiful animals going like, I know people that, so it's not about that. I know people who absolutely, like, they would pay the top dollar to go kill the tiger.
Shoot the
but they
lion.
also love it and are like, and it's like really special to them.
Right.
And they love them out in the wild, and they love them on their wall, and like it, like it's not like there's no adoration there. It's not like you're looking at, we're not talking about like the group of people out there that just don't care. Like we're talking about people that care and would still do it anyway. And so when you're trying to understand, like, who's the mind that is okay with cutting down a tree that has existed for 800 years? Who's the mind that is okay with seeing such a special creature and wanting to stuff it on their floor or their wall or their ceiling or their bed or like whatever?
Right. Right.
which I don't have the answer to whatsoever, but I know that it brings us into this mishmash kind of shit show realm of people looking at other people or groups of people or tribalism, and you're bad and you're wrong and I'm right and they're bad and they're wrong and they're right. And I mean, we have, like, I hear it everywhere I go right now. Like, this is a freaking gong show. Like, we have people right now, like, it's 2025 and people are bombing each other still. Like,
Yeah.
how is this happening? We've been here so many times and we continue to do it. We continue to fall the last 800-year-old trees. We
Right.
continue to kill the animals that are disappearing. We continue to war with each other when
Drop bombs
we
on each
don't
other.
need to.
Right? Yeah, yeah. And it's so, when I was journaling a couple of days ago, what came in is like, so back to the board game, right? I'm thinking like, okay.
What board game?
Any board game. We go to play a board game. So humanity's we're playing this game of humanity. We pull out a board game, we're playing Monopoly together. And so we all decide to play Monopoly together. And then the Monopoly persona comes out.
Yes.
And we're like, where'd you come from?
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I kind of feel like that's what happens in humanity. It's like, we're in it together. We've made a decision to do humanity together. And yet we have such different values around what that actually means.
Right. Well, I would push back on it a little bit because
Okay,
I
do
feel
it.
like most people over there, out in the world, would not say that they agreed.
That we're in a game of humanity together.
Yeah. Like I chose this. Like
Right.
lots of people are
Right.
wandering around going like, this is bullshit,
Right?
and I would
Which
never choose
comes to the
this.
question, what's it for?
Totally. So so here we are going, we keep doing these things. It brings us into a shit storm. Lots of people feel like it's pointless, or there's no game happening,
We're not getting better.
or it's just a game,
Right.
or are we really learning anything, and what's the point of all of this anyway? It just keeps getting worse.
Right? We have, I know individuals who feel like they're running at the edge of this tragedy that's trying to catch up with them. But as long as I can stay in front of it, then, whew,
Yeah.
I made it through this life without.
Right. And it's easy to come from these mindsets because it's kind of crazy making all over the place.
Yeah.
And to go, what's the point?
What's the point? Right? Even if I think back in history, because it's not like it's new, is the other thing. Like, I have to remember when I'm reading history, I just read a story, a historic, or just a fun novel, but it was talking about Leningrad back in the 1940s. And horrific stories of starvation, of millions of people dying of starvation. So it's not like it hasn't happened before, not like we haven't been there before. We think we're over it, but obviously we keep cycling through it.
Yes.
And so the question of what's it for, why are we, certainly you'd think that as we cycle through it, humanity itself, like each generation finds a high, like I want to say higher, but it kind of, do I call it higher? Like, is it higher? Is it a better way?
No,
I don't know.
probably not.
But is there a better way? Like, what's it for? Like, why am I here? Why do I keep, why bother? Why bother? What is the point? I start at this very beginning of my life to get to where?
Yeah.
Like, is it to build wealth so that I can say, oh,
Right? I try to save toads while other people are killing tigers. Like, why bother?
yeah,
Is it so that I can live amongst 40,000 toads as I age? Or is it so that I can pat myself on the back about something? Or is it so...
somehow you've made a difference. You've saved the toads for an extra 50 years before they go extinct. Oh, that's terrible. Right?
What is the point?
Yeah. And then,
What's the point of anything that we do?
it's a real great existential question, right? So what's the point of my life? Like, why am I here? What can I do as if I'm doing, again, a destination question.
Right.
And Yeah, I can get really muddled in my mind when I start asking these really crazy questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there's answers.
Well, and I don't think there's answers when we like fragment life down to a one particular question.
Right. Like,
Right.
what's it for?
Yeah. Or like, what's the point of doing this one thing or whatever? Like, really, what you spent a great deal of time bestowing on in my mind is that we're here to experience and to express.
Right.
And whatever we particularly each individually line ourselves up with whatever we want that experience to be.
Which is true. So if I go back to my story of being on the West Coast with the Wilderness Committee and helping to create these recreational trails so people can enjoy the wilderness of the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And in that time, I'm in perfect joy. Like there isn't a part of me that doesn't want to be there in any instance of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm in this pure bliss of, this is what I'm here for. You know, just the creative expression of my life on the planet is.
Mm-hmm.
And when I capture
In
those
this moment.
in this moment, yeah,
Yeah.
because it changes all the time.
Yeah.
And when I can capture those moments, then I realize that actually what I believe we're here to do is to expand that, is to create more of those moments.
Mm-hmm.
That when I'm pushing against doing what I think I should be doing,
Mm-hmm.
then that question, what's it for,
Right.
gets really darn depressing.
Right, exactly. And when we're having one of those moments where we are experiencing like, yes, this is it. It's like it serves as like a compass point to leading us to more of those if we so choose.
Right? Like you have a great example this weekend down in Victoria, dancing, right?
Dancing,
At
yes,
Ska
totally,
Fest.
totally. Having like, you asked me what my favorite part was, and I'm like any one part of like best band and best scenery and best food and best experience, like you could go through any of those things, but for me it was like anytime I looked like I'm having this experience, I'm dancing all over the place and I'm yeah. That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, walk by.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. It's okay. When I'm dancing around having like this like wonderful, like joyful experience of my own expression, and I've got the biggest smile on my face in any direction that I look in, somebody else is any direction I look in. I can't find a place where that isn't happening all the way around me, that people aren't in their thing. And I just go like, yes, this moment. And so then I know my little compass, yeah, in the future I could say yes to something that equals more of that. Or no to something that equals less of that, or whatever.
It reminds
becomes
me of
a measurement.
a really great practice that we've taken on. Instead of our New Year's resolutions, we have a New Year's practice of of reviewing the previous year and pulling out the things that really brought
Yeah.
joy to our heart, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
scheduling them
Yeah.
for the coming up year, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh, that was really impactful and powerful, and I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
I'm going to schedule that again.
Totally.
And that, I think, helps us steer our own personal creative ship of experience in the direction that
Yeah.
is the point.
Yeah, totally. And then it's not a matter of, what was I going to say? It's not the matter of like, what's the point for everybody? Or what's the point of living in general? Or, it's only just like, we can do that. We can live that way. We can choose more of those experiences, and we can get to the end of our life and we can have like a life filled with all these plus
Right.
experiences, or we cannot, and we can't even know, none of us know what the actual point is. If there's one overarching actual point, I don't have the answer. Do you have the answer?
No, I don't have the answer. What I do know, it's a way more fun to
Yeah.
follow those joyful moments.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess the end of this rumble, we don't have a point. We don't have an answer to the question of what's the point. We only have our own answers.
Figure
Or we
out
could
our own
ask
point.
every single person,
Yeah,
what's your point? What's the point of your life?
it's a great question.
Think about it. And think about what you want it to be. Or
Yeah,
think about what
that
you
to
think it
me
is.
is the thing. What do you want it to be? And then make that happen.
Yeah.
Cool.